Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 5th episode of Hataraku Saibou. So, in the last episode, I believe we had like a pink white blood cell showing how useful she actually is given the right circumstances. And that's really all I remember from last episode. So, let's get into the new one and see what happens now. Will we have like a severed arm or a severed head? I mean, probably not. That would result in death. But I don't know. My point is, like, let's see what kind of bodily ailment we have to deal with today. 3, 2, 1, play. And that's the human body, which has, as you know, pipes and workers in it. More importantly, platelets. 24/7. Yep. The white blood cells that are usually red. And the adorable platelets doing their job. My body would be nothing without you. It also has missiles and stuff. Like a meteor inside the body? I have so many questions right now. Like there are islands inside the body? Where did the meteor come from? Micrometers. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Commander. What do we do? So what kind of enemy are we dealing with, exactly? Oh no, pollen. Not pollen. You can stop interrupting the story, narrator. We are cells at work indeed. And the Saibou is so small on that titles card. Oh no, there are so many of me, but there's really only one of me. Don't push the wrong button. Don't knock stuff over. Yeah, the missiles. Somebody catch that jelly bean. Kill. Murder. Destroy. Clean up your hand. She seems so intimidating up on his shoulders. The sky is falling. Man, she looks cool. And then the guy with the squirrel gun, of course. Hataraku right back at you. Cedar pollen allergies. Yeah, allergies are the worst. So I've heard. At least it hit the water. It could be worse. Although there's a lot of them. Is like a sentient being kind of come out. No need to overreact, immune system. We got this. Oh no, this really is bad. Nobody told me about the tea. She's still on about it in the background. Oh no, we should have sealed that up. Those things look so derpy. Like their faces are kind of like a Haniwa face. Retina, artery, divergence, a capillary. So what are you gonna do with this Hanakana? Yeah, blood cells don't fight. Oh, there's behind you. There's a very weird creature. You finally realized. Wow, was it always that big? Makes dialogue writing easier. That's why. Yes, main white blood cell has arrived. Yes. I just call her Hanakana, but... Yeah, it was a little bit weird. Oh god. I was gonna make a joke about eating it, but then he did. Okay. I guess that makes sense. A little gross, though. I would not eat that. Oh, well, that's not too bad then. It is a bit annoying. Yeah, we don't want their kind around here. Don't overreact to it, immune system. I guess don't drop the papers. Yeah, who are you? Oh, I guess he remembers. Okay, cool. For generations. Legend of the Fat Yellow Abominations. I gotta get my notes. I'm back. A memory cell, but he needs his notes to actually, remember. Outer space. We are in a body, right? Earth. Again, we're in a body, right? This guy. Wow, that does sound bad. Well, good thing you have your notes. Yeah, that gross jelly bean. Another one. How much is that normal in a number, out of curiosity? No, leave the blood cells alone. They didn't do anything wrong. It's who brought their omnidimensional maneuver gear. He's a typical the sky is falling kind of guy, isn't he? So, I'm sure the sky does fall sometimes here. I mean, it's probably just your imagination. Don't have to tell me twice, I'm out of here. Just kill it with fire, please. Secretion. I got this, guys. Got my sword gun. Yes, I do remember him. We know we're safe when he shows up. The antibodies are definitely useful. Okay. Let's see how he fares. Don't you mean legend? But if you said you are a legend, that gets close to copyright territory. I think it did something sort of... Oh, well, there you go. Good job on the secretion. For now. What, you're gonna split on your notes? Okay. What would we do without you, man? Oh, a lot. Normal, a lot. Wow. Really scientific there. Like, you can see how tiny that Saibou is next to... I don't know. I don't even know what IgE is, really. I mean, I was probably told, but doesn't mean anything. Fat cell. Seems kind of skinny for a fat cell, but... Okay, I gotcha. That makes sense. I think we may have been told that before. Yeah, she doesn't look like a fat cell at all. In fact, she might be one of the sexiest looking characters in the show. I mean, Hanakana is still best girl, but as far as body goes, she looks good. It doesn't... You could have said that in a way to kind of instill me with more confidence, but... most likely. I had no specifics, but it's probably bad. There's obviously going to be some sort of repercussion. Well, this is probably when things are going to go wrong. Oh. What? Apparently decided it's not going to help. Oh, that's not good. Oh, God. Apparently we need the big guns for this. That's why I didn't want to overdo it. Well, I guess that's what we needed. A lot of help you are. So far, none of your warnings have amounted to much actual help. It does. No, don't do it. We don't need any more histamine. How much does she even have in reserve? How can they get much worse than this? Yeah, that thing. Basically we have a flood. Yeah. At this rate, we're all just drowned. Things are getting bad. Well, and now we have some engineers that need to do their job. Whatever the body equivalent of an engineer is. Yeah, you have to aim for the nape of the neck to take them down. You know, the little platelets are down there too. They're not really able to do much here, but they're here for moral support. And really, that's more helpful than you might think. Yeah, sneezing is rockets, I remember. I guess allergies would involve sneezing, yeah. Yeah, not diastrophinism. Yeah, inflammation and the like, yeah. Yeah, this sounds all too familiar. Oh no, not tears. We've had a lot of destruction this episode, like I think more than we have had before. So, do we know whether or not these cells are inside of a male or a female body? Because I am curious about that. And yes, it matters. Because this is a little bit weird. It's all your fault, B-Cell. All that praise and admiration you got before is out the window now. It kind of is. But the histamines were that amount because of you, but just shifting the blame. Quick, just shift it to somebody else. You're just doing a job, don't bully her. Yeah, just follow the manual. Oh. Yeah, it's not very politically correct. Baka, that's great. I like that to come up with an English B word that started with, an English word for stupid that started with B. I guess Bonehead was a good choice. Good thing they could come up with one. Otherwise, that would have been awkward to translate. We kind of did know, more or less. It didn't really help. That's a scream. Oh. Oh no! That really was Hanakon. I thought it was. You killed him! What is it exactly? No, none of us are alright right now. Is it the good stuff? You need to consult your notes. Okay, but what do you do? Release poison gas? Release a girl with long green hair that gives people giases? Robots. Very high tech for a bodily function. I do like the fat cell. She's great. I hope we get more of her. Well, I want to get out of the way. I guess that's supposed to be a pill. Yeah, when in doubt, just break everything around you. Room's available because other people that were here died. Well, it's probably too late now. The very brute force approach. Oh, steroid. That's what the S is for, okay. Yeah, immunosuppressants. You know, when in doubt, steroids will fix the problem. Destroy. Eliminates. Eliminates. Yeah, when Terminator shows up, all he can do is really run. But I guess this helps, I guess. I keep waiting for the buildings to just completely collapse, and I think it's starting to. I don't know, how long is the episode? And everyone died, the end. Where he runs out of batteries. Does he run on a lithium battery? Because just plug him into an outlet, it'll be fine. Yeah. Okay, now he's gotta repair. All's well that ends well. It was such a destructive episode. I'm sure it could. As with a lot of things, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that will help. Man, it's been rough to do 5 videos in one day, but after over a week of no videos at all. But, you know, I gotta catch up on all the stuff I'm behind on, which takes time. It means doing extra for a while. But yeah, the playlist didn't really do much at all to help this episode. Which is understandable, everyone has their own job. Whenever we get a scratch or something, that's when the playlists come into play. Hey, who knew allergies were such a problem? Of course, Hanakon didn't do a whole lot this episode either. But she did enough. So that was the 5th episode of Hataraku Saibou. And yeah, cells at work, they were definitely at work today. It was quite an eventful day, I would say. So the problem we had today was allergies, you know, pollen, all that good stuff, and the body's reaction to it. And the reaction to it was basically to use antibodies on them, but I guess they kind of overdid it, and the amount of histamine that they needed to compensate for that was a lot, so that was a lot to deal with. And then you had the steroids come into play, which just started blowing shit up, and it was a rough day for everyone involved. You were introduced to a memory cell who's, I guess, supposed to remember things, you know, as long as he has his notes, but yeah, as long as he has those, yeah, he remembers things. And we also introduced to our certain fat cell, who the one that released the histamine because she released the amount that the manual said so. She's a slave to the manual, basically. And she was pretty cute. I liked her a lot. She was... Hanakon is still best girl, but I liked her a lot as well. And I would like to see more of her going forward. I like the little fight she got into with the whole B cell dude. Like, what, B cell? I bet B stands for Baka, doesn't it? That was great. I love the back and forth there. Like, it's your fault. No, it was your fault. It was your fault. It was everyone's fault. But they were able to deal with it eventually. There's a big mass, a lot of destruction, a lot of injuries, but it's been dealt with. Even the steroid calmed down after a while when it ran out of batteries, or released all his active ingredients, however you want to phrase it. But the point is, he stopped, and the world is saved. Rather, the body. They kept using terms like Earth and outer space. I'm just like, those concepts don't exist here. This is the human body. There's no outer space. If you look up high enough, you just see, like, you know, internal organs or skin at the very least. So it's always a little bit weird to me when they say things like that. And sometimes the sudden interruptions to explain to us what this type of cell is or what that is, sometimes that can get a little bit annoying after a while. I feel like it overdid that maybe a little bit this episode. But, you know, aside from that, yeah, this was a great episode, very intense. It's the one guy that kept going on and on about the legend and the prophecy and all that. That was pretty funny. In the end, his memory of it never really helped at all. It just gave us a vague idea of what to expect, but we couldn't really do anything about it. We still used the same amount of antibiotics we'd used, but otherwise it had the same histamine amount to deal with, so it really didn't help at all. But yeah, the body's still alive, that's what matters, and the pollen, those guys are really weird looking, like giant deformed jelly beans. It was pretty weird, but yeah, there's nothing we couldn't solve. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.